Hello, everybody. Welcome back to yet another episode of Time Out Cricket Podcast. And along with me, as usual, Bishwajay Kumar Das, my partner in crime. And before we start with our today's IPL team preview, I want to ask Bishwajay one question.
Please.
Okay, so it's a fun question. So, what is the similarity between Andre Russell, AB de Villiers, and David Warner?
Andre Russell, AB de Villiers,
And David
David
Warner.
Warner.
Yes. Um,
Any
all
hints
three are
on
okay.
on
All
which
the
line?
three, all the three are the hard hitters, right?
Correct.
Exactly. They can clear the ground easily, no matter what is
Yes.
the size of the ground is. And okay, I don't want to waste the
Acha,
audience
I got
time.
you. I got both of the three of them played for Delhi Daredevils in I guess 2000.
Exactly.
Yes.
Bang on, bang on.
Why I'm
Good.
saying why I'm saying I suddenly forgot that DD Delhi Daredevils had some team, man. David
Exactly.
Warner, AB de Villiers, Tilak Ratne, Dilshan. They
Mahela
had
Jayawardene, they
Mahela
had
Jayawardene, Ross Taylor, and
Ross
also Glenn McGrath, I
Even
guess.
even Glenn McGrath, they started with the season with Glenn McGrath in 2008, and also they had Virender Sehwag and Gautam
Gautam.
Gambhir.
Just think of
So
this lineup. I remember one match. Viru and Warner opened. Gigi was at number 3. ABD was there. Andre Russell was there in the squad, not on the playing 11. Andre Russell was there on the squad. They had Parvez Maharoof, that Sri Lankan all-rounder who
they also
peaked.
had Kevin Peterson in their team.
They had Kevin Peterson came later after
Yeah, in
2011.
2011, 12, they had the team.
Yes,
Andrew Russell was in their team, but he didn't play any matches. Yeah, I think our audience already guessed which team we are talking about. Delhi Capitals, right? 2008 semi-finalist, 2009 semi-finalist, and then a long break. And 2018, they came up with Delhi. I think 2018 they came up with Delhi Capitals, right? If I'm not wrong. So
2018,
2000,
yes, yes.
right,
2018, there was a change in ownership, and
right.
2019, they 2018 or 19. That's a bit confusing to me too. The last final wasn't very anti-climax to a really hard-fought IPL. The hard-fought I'm saying because BCCI did a tremendous job in organizing this tournament amidst the pandemic in Dubai, in UAE rather, with all the bio bubbles and so many players.
Right,
Each IPL team has somewhere around 22, 24 players. So
right,
you multiply that by 8 times along with the support staff and along with the commentators, everyone, they did a tremendous job. The IPL lived up to that expectation, but somehow the final was an anticlimax. Like as if the winner was decided before the first ball was bowled.
and the final was absolute dampener, no doubt about that, because like the whole Delhi Capital team showed like no power, no energy, no enthusiasm to win that final.
But this year, when I go through the Delhi Capital squad, I find this year the team can can be or should go all the way, and they have all the ingredients in them to lift the trophy once more. Like for the first time. Sorry.
So let's skip that favorite question of yours aside, which we're going to discuss in the last of this video, and I will definitely ask the audience to see the whole video so that you can understand why we are so much concerned about DC this year. The first point before I move on to our regular sections like key players and X factor. The first thing I would like to say, or rather I would like to question, is Shreyas Iyer is not there. Rishabh Pant is the new captain. How do you look at it?
Uh, Shreyas Iyer's loss is a huge loss. Is a huge loss for DC
Right,
and for Iyer himself. The reason I'm saying this, Shreyas Iyer is finding himself in a very typical catch-22 situation.
Right.
Why it's the catch-22 situation? Why I'm saying like this? In the Indian team, now there are too many contenders for the number 4 slot for the
Right.
ODI, if you see, or even for the
Right.
T20s, if I may say. There is Surya Kumar Yadav,
Right.
there is KL Rahul, who in the ODI plays in the middle order. Rishabh Pant, all of a sudden, he's like some man possessed.
Hmm.
Okay, so Shreyas Iyer had to play this IPL and score somewhere around 500 runs to keep his place for the T20 World Cup.
Let's quickly jump into our key players section. So, as Shreya Shire is not there, whom do you think the key players will be?
Before we move forward, there was a news today I got that uh, uh, I guess from Delhi, Aksar Patel, who was
Hmm.
previously COVID positive,
Hmm.
there was some few results reports were awaited whether it was negative or not. As of
Right.
now, unfortunately, I guess it has not yet returned negative as of now.
Okay. Okay.
So Aksar Patel, who was there in one of my list for discussion, for the time being, I will keep him out. Okay.
Okay.
Now, key players. Again, key players. Two of them are there who marks themselves. Kagiso Rabada, Marcus Stoinis. Now, Rabada, from the time he was purchased by DC, he has been a revelation for them. If you see every season, he is there in the purple cap section. Every season, he's there as a top 3 wicket takers for IPL.
Right.
I'm seeing a stat. He has played 35 matches and has taken somewhere around 61 wickets. That is just less than 2 wickets a match.
Right.
So, and also, he is a prolific death bowler. He is a prolific death bowler. Marcus Stoinis. Marcus Stoinis, I feel he gave Shikhar Dhawan last IPL that little bit of time which Dhawan used to take for getting set. Because Marcus Stoinis, when he was opening, he was coming, hitting the ball cleanly, and Marcus Stoinis is a clean striker. I hope you remember there was one match. It was played Australia versus New Zealand, where Marcus Stoinis played for a losing cause. He made a century in New
Right.
Zealand, where
Right.
he was hitting everything out of the park, and he was out by a prolific run out by Williamson, who was, I think, fielding somewhere near the non-strikers end, and he just hit the ball in the wicket, and Marcus Stoinis was run out. So he is a prolific striker. Also, he is a gun fielder, and he can occasionally give you 2 to 3 overs. I don't look at him as a 4 overs bowler. I look at him as a person who can give you 2 to 3 overs. Now, my third key player. That player would not have been in my list previously, but that player had really punched above his weight. That is Prithvi Shaw. You know, Prithvi Shaw is a curious case for Delhi Capitals. He is that boy wonder everyone used to talk about. He was that next young player to next young talent to look forward to. But everywhere there was something missing. Whenever he played international matches, I remember he played in New Zealand, he was unable to perform that much. He played in Australia, and there was a lot of criticism of Prithvi Shaw. Last season, last IPL, he was getting out. I remember he was getting out for a few ducks. He was getting out for a few, knots, and he was going through a very rough patch. But there was a time where he was compared to the great legend Sachin Tendulkar. But if you see just before the IPL, the domestic tournament, the I guess the Vijay Hazare Trophy, he made centuries for fun. Every match he was making 100. Every match, and most importantly, you should have looked at his strike rate. He was playing at a strike rate of somewhere around 120, 113 ODIs. So this year, I am keen to look forward to Prithvi Shaw. I am keen to look forward to that. See, this year for Prithvi Shaw is a redemption for him, is a second chance. And not many people get second chance, especially for Indian batting. Because Indian batting is more or less settled, especially at the top. So this year, Prithvi Shaw gets a second chance. Can he make use of it? That's only time will tell. But he is a prolific player. So these are my three key players.
But talking about Prithvi Shaw, each and every time we have a huge expectation, but every time he fails to meet that expectation, because we have seen in the past matches as well, He has started the tournament very good. I remember that excellent innings from him against KKR, I think in 2019, right, where Kuldeep Yadav missed a run out and their match went to the super over. And for the brilliant bowling from Kagiso Rabada, we lost the match in the super over. In that match, Prithvi Shaw played a brilliant innings.
He made
And
99. Correct.
yeah, he went 99. So if you look after that 2019 later of the tournament, we didn't find anything of Prithvi Shaw. This is the problem. This is a recurring problem. Even in 2020, he started good, and then at the finish, nowhere to be found. This is the one point, one problem with Prithvi Shaw. Another problem is injury prone. He's very much injury prone, and I want to see him 100% fit in this IPL 2021. These are the two concern areas for me for Prithvi Shaw. Okay, let's move on to our next section, that is the X Factor. So, Delhi Capitals X Factor.
Do I need to name one? See, I will name only one X Factor. That is
Okay.
Andre Norge. Should I name the second X Factor? I guess it is, like everyone knows who is the second X Factor for Delhi Capital. Or rather, who is the X Factor? Rishabh Pant. Rishabh Pant. Like, what happened? What did he have? What did he have post 2020 IPL? Like, is this some other person? Or the real Rishabh Pant has been kidnapped or something? You know, Rishabh Pant after 2020, like in 2020 first half, he had a very poor year. If you remember first series against Australia, the ODI series, he was there wicket keeping. Previous to the T20s, he was below par. His keeping was below par. Lot of criticism. KL Rahul dons the keeping gloves, and we say, yeah, here we got a wicket keeping batsman. Here we KL Rahul till 2023. Rishabh Pant again a gone case, forgotten case maybe. 2020 IPL, nothing, nothing impressive to show for. Australia series not there in the ODI or T20 leg. After the first test, 36 all out. Now, from after the second test, it was as if a new Rishabh Pant we saw. From
Right.
that moment, there was no looking back. Be it the England series test, one day T20, he was a man who was batting as if a man possessed. His litmus test was the wicket keeping in Indian pitches, and where he really punched above. He really, even Ashwin went on say on air that Rishabh Pant was really prolific behind the stump. Noria again with Rabada has the express pace. He was getting wickets in the middle, he was getting wickets up top, and he was limiting the runs. Even in the Pakistan series we saw recently, that he was taking 3 wickets, 4 wickets, and the Pakistani batsman was unable to come in terms with the express pace which he was generating. So these are my two X factors.
Okay. So, as we have discussed the X factors, now let's move on to the players to look out for. Any particular choices?
Ovik, I have two choices. I shortlisted two players whom I am really keen to look forward to.
Okay.
One is a veteran and one is a rookie.
Okay.
The veteran is Ravichandran Ashwin. Now, Ravichandran Ashwin is a match winner, is a game changer, is a legend in red ball cricket. He had his time with white ball, and then later he was dropped because he was unable to bring in the breakthroughs in between. Then the Kulcha period was there. But again, now there are talks that should we bring Ravi Ashwin in white ball game? How effective will he be? IPL 14 games at least, and I know he will get more games, more than 14, is the chance for him to display his talent. Last IPL, he really bowled well. Last IPL, I guess Ravi Ashwin was there below the radar, but he was there. I'm seeing a stat. Ravi Ashwin has an economy rate of 6.87. This was majorly because he played a lot of time in Chepauk in the Chennai initial days, and that time the pitches were really turning and all. But even 6.8 in T20 in IPL is really a very good economy rate. My second I am looking forward to is a player, Lukman Meriwala. Now, Lukman Meriwala, I saw few games of him in the Said Mustaq Ali Trophy. He is that left arm pacer. He has a beautiful slower ball. He can easily complement Rabada and Nodi. If you remember a week last IPL, Delhi had the problem with third seamer. There was this Tushar Deshpande who was going for runs. They tried with Ishan Sharma. They tried, I guess, Harshal Patel also played for Delhi last IPL. They tried few players. Now, I guess Meriwala can bring that left arm angle, and Meriwala can because he has a very good economy rate in the domestic circuit. He has an economy rate of 6.7. So I guess Meriwala can be your answer for the third pacer. And you see, Delhi. I'm looking for the Delhi where they are playing their games. They are playing majorly the games in Mumbai, Ahmedabad, and Kolkata. These three grounds are not so much spin conducive. Chennai two games. So I guess Delhi should go with pacers and one or two spinners, and that spinning can be done by Ravi Ashwin and all. So I would really keen to look for Meriwala.
Despite being in a great form, last season I remember Ricky Ponting was visibly upset with Ravi Ashwin because I clearly remember that Sunil Narine took him into cleaners. Now the question comes up here that whether Ricky Ponting will keep the faith on Ravi Ashwin this time. That is one question to look out for. That will be answered very soon. Hopefully they will use him. Okay,
Bobby,
so
just to finish off your that point,
right,
they don't have much option in the spin segment. They
okay,
don't have much option. See,
right. That
they
is
have
another
Ravi
point,
Ashwin,
right?
they have Amit Mishra, and they have Aksar Patel. Aksar Patel currently, unfortunately, is COVID positive. He will return quickly, I guess. We pray for his quick recovery. Two finger spinners, one wrist spinner. Now, Amit Mishra is playing the last leg of his career. They
Right.
don't have that spin department is looking a bit wobbly.
Moving on to the probable 11. Your take.
See, my take, I would now Delhi has I guess the best Indian contingent. If you ask me, amongst the 8 teams, Delhi has the best Indian contingent. If you see, so my take is simple. I would go ahead with Prithvi Shaw, Shikhar Dhawan,
Mm,
Ajinkya Rahane.
mm.
Rishabh Pant, my number 4 wicketkeeper batsman, captain. Marcus Stoinis. Shamran Hetmeyer. Aksar Patel was there in my team initially when I made that, but now I would be playing, might be Amit Mishra, Ravichandran Ashwin, Meriwala, Rabada, and Nori. These are my 11. Only problem I have with this playing 11 is that their tail is becoming too long because their tail is not batting. Because that's why Aksar Patel was very important. Because if you remember last IPL against CSK, Aksar won a match by hitting 2 sixes in the last over.
Right,
Aksar is a good player. He's a good hitter. Aksar.
right, right.
But in his absence, what happens? The batting and the bowling, and then there is a gap. So this is my team in a nutshell.
Okay. So, moving on to your favorite question.
So you tell me first.
Um, I always wanted to see DC at the top four because they had such an excellent team on paper and they played that way also. So I believe they will be in top four this year as well. Um, but again, there are some question marks like Shreyas Iyer is not there and Rishabh Pant's ability as a captain is not yet been tested. So that is one question.
They will be highly disappointed with the team they have if they fail to reach the number 4 slot.
Right,
So I believe Delhi can play the final, or at least they will be in top 3.
right. So, with this, let's end our discussion. We spoke a lot about Delhi and hope you guys have enjoyed our video. If you have anything to share, you can use the comment box below. The videos are being uploaded every day, so please do check it and and please hit the like button, subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell for more updates. Till then, thank you, Bishajay, and
Thank you, Abhi.
we too are going to meet you again very soon. Thank you. Goodbye.